The European Union's decision to reconsider Pakistan's application for a geographical indication tag or GI tag for Basmati rice under a new clause is a game changer for India's bid to secure the GI tag for its own Basmati rice. So, why is this so important for India? To learn more, stay tuned. What is a GI tag? As per the European Commission, Geographical Indication or GI establishes protection for intellectual property rights concerning specific products whose essential qualities are intricately tied to the production area. Product names qualify for a geographical indication GI when they exhibit a distinct connection to the place of origin, whether rooted in quality, reputation, or characteristic traits. The GI protection is mainly for wines, spirit drinks, agricultural products, and other foodstuffs. GI recognition enables consumers to trust and distinguish quality products while also helping producers to market their products better. Why is it so important for India to get the GI tag for its basmati? Let's hear from Subramani Ra Mankumb, Head Agribusiness and Commodities Business Line.
See, the geographical indication or the GI tag is very important as far as international trade is concerned. If you want your product to be recognized as a unique product, if you want your product to get a premium, then getting a GI tag is very, very important. So, as regards Basmati is grown in India, it's grown in Nepal, it's grown in Pakistan, and there are efforts to grow this rice in other parts of the country. But no country like India has a rich history of growing Basmati. Basmati has been grown in India for years together. Even if you talk about Pakistan, Pakistan was created only in 1947. So there is an issue where it can't claim that it has been grown there for years. No other country can come and claim that they are growing Basmati rice and theirs is the real Basmati rice. India can claim. So that's a marketing right. And it opens up a huge market, about $500 million market. So that is where the whole thing stands. Pakistan is also preparing to counter this. There is this Islamabad Policy Research Institute has come up with a policy brief on this. So it is calling for opposing India's applications across all countries where India has gone and applied for this. It is also calling for, joining hands with Bangladesh and Nepal to take on India on this case. It's also looking at the SAARC avenue to take up these issues.
What are the necessary requirements for a GI tag? According to the European Commission, geographical indication comprises of three categories: PDO, Protected Designation of Origin, Food and Wine; PGI, Protected Geographical Indication, Food and Wine; GI, Geographical Indication, Spirit Drinks. As the current dispute between India and Pakistan is regarding who is more eligible to receive the PGI registration, let's look at PGI in detail. PGI emphasizes the relationship between the specific geographic region and the name of the product, where a particular quality, reputation, or other characteristic is essentially attributable to its geographical origin. When did India and Pakistan apply for their respective Basmati GI tags? India's application for the GI tag was filed in July 2018 under the Article 50, Section 2 of the EU regulation, and Pakistan filed in August 2023, post-dating India's application by 5 years. Now, coming to the current state of things. Why is India and Pakistan in a race to get the GI tag?
Early 2000, when Rice Tech Incorporated of USA went to the US Patent Office and took a patent for Basmati. So India and Pakistan fought this, and what happened was finally the US Patent Office said that they would call it Texmati and not Basmati. So this is one particular example where we can say how unique Basmati is. Now, coming to the issue between India and Pakistan. So, after this US experience, India went ahead, had its patent, all the process for patents, for GI all set up. It has a patent office in Chennai. So, all this was done, and around 2016, India had made the GI tag for Basmati. So, it's recognized, and in 2018 July, it sought a GI tag with the European Union. However, European Union till date has not given the GI tag.
Why hasn't the European Union given India the GI classification for its basmati rice yet? And what role does Pakistan play?
What European Union wanted was, it wanted India to apply for the GI tag along with Pakistan. But India has refused to do that because there are a lot of issues coming out of this. Say when you apply for your GI tag, you will have to give the map where the rice is grown. What India suspects is that in case Pakistan gives the map, it will also show some of the Indian areas as theirs. So there is a question of the country's sovereignty. So India is not willing. India has told EU that it will not agree to this aspect. So that is one aspect, but this issue has been prolonging. However, India, on the other hand, resorted to some good diplomacy. So there have been frequent Indo-EU talks. Among those things, they decided that India and EU will have a working group, and they will, discuss about this GI tags and patents and other issues. Now, Europe has a specific interest in India to sell its cheese and wines, and it sees India as a very big market to sell its cheese and wine. So, how do you get the access when you are not giving for the basmati rice? That is where both India and EU have had at least 6 rounds of talks, and probably after the elections there could be a bilateral agreement. Under this agreement, EU will give a GI tag for India's basmati, and on the other hand, India will give access to wine and cheese from Europe. This is a likelihood which is in the works. On the other hand, what's happened is Pakistan, after objecting to giving GI tag for India, has also set its process, but it came up with this whole process only after 2021. So it has also now given itself the GI tag, registered it as a unique rice and with growing areas and other things, and it went and filed an application for GI tag in EU only last year, around July or August last year. So that's what almost 5 years after India filed. EU did not publish it immediately, because when you publish, that means it's accepting the application and there is a claim for the GI tag. EU published it only around February. It was under a clause where anybody, it can go and claim, and then those who are opposing will oppose, and then there is a process under which it will be decided whether it can be given GI tag or not. But India's claim was already pending, so this is another pending. What happened on April 23 was EU came up again, republished the Pakistan's application under a new clause. This clause requires the country which is applying to approach a third country which is actually seen as the region where the product is made. So it's almost indirectly admits that India is growing basmati. So Pakistan will have to approach India, hold talks, and then after India recognizes that basmati is grown in Pakistan, Pakistan can go to EU. So that's the issue. What this likely will lead to is that India definitely holds an edge as far as getting the GI tag for basmati.
How will the Indian farmers benefit from the GI tag for basmati?
Farmers definitely will gain from this GI tag. In India, basmati is mainly grown in Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttaranchal, Jammu and Kashmir. Basmati is also grown in Madhya Pradesh, but it has not been, it's not been acknowledged that it is a basmati growing region. That case is pending before the Supreme Court. What's going to happen is once a GI tag is given for a particular product, it starts getting a premium. The premium could be huge, it could be something extra. So you never know what the sort of premium is. But given the dynamics of basmati rice, the demand, particularly in Gulf and other places, the farmers are likely to get a good premium. This premium will result in good returns for the farmers. So overall, farmers will stand to gain. And because there's going to be a demand for exports, the domestic prices will also go up. So as a result, farmers will stand to gain whether their rice goes to the domestic market or to the global market. It's going to be a win-win situation for the farmers.
Apart from the likely bilateral tie between India and the European Union, here are some points further favoring India's case. The European Union's invocation of Article 49, Section 5 of Pakistan's application requires the product seeking a GI tag to be protected in its country of origin, further favoring India's case. India's diplomatic efforts, notably by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, have bolstered its position as evident from joint declaration with the EU in 2017 and 2021. India believes it has a strong case against Pakistan's GI application for basmati rice due to inconsistencies and claims over the Pusa 1121 variety developed in India. With basmati rice cultivation in India dating back to about 200 years, India's historical claims strengthen its bid for the GI tag. The EU's preference for traditional products for GI tags and its potential impact on bilateral agreements under the TRIPS Article 23 further solidify India's stance. Pakistan's recent GI legislation and registration for basmati GI tag are seen as reactive measures to India's proactive approach. India and the European Commission are in talks for reciprocal GI tags, with negotiations likely to accelerate post the Lok Sabha elections.